Hi, recording.
Recording.
Recording. So we are currently standing around Tyr's unconscious body, with Freya currently holding a large chunk of Tyr's back flesh, having wrenched it from his body in an effort to remove a mysterious tattoo. Uh, it did nothing other than Tyr took some damage.
Ah,
And that is literally where we left off.
Hmm.
I think other people. Oh no, not other people coming to the room. You all just had a sleepover.
Yeah.
Everyone's here.
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Grog, you just got to see that, which is
Yeah, no, Grog was asleep while we were doing it and just woke up and is now annoyed that no one decided to ask her to get involved with the flaying.
Well, check my handiwork. How do I do?
Eh,
Oh, come
it's
on.
kind of ragged around the edges. You can't frame it like that. I mean, you can, but you'll have to. Wait, why are you flaying your fucking brother?
I have to bring this to Van Richten. This
The
points to the tattoo that's on it. What does the tattoo look like again?
Didn't I pass this check?
Hang on a minute, 1 second.
the last thing Kate rolled was a religion check, so that sounds right.
Yes, it is a tattoo of yeah, it's a deed mark. It's essentially when people do great and usually impossible or bizarre wild deeds, they get one, and it usually comes with some minor power.
But this
That
is.
that's a deed mark.
Mhm.
I guess it marks your brother's epic fucking stupidity, but also his ability to kill God. But
Hey!
it shouldn't do to help kill God.
Mhm.
He got if you'd struck the final blow, maybe you'd have a cool tattoo that may or may not be making you unconscious. I don't believe it usually does. They usually give you more strength or more power.
Well, this one seems to be fucking him up since he got it. So I'm gonna take this to Van Richten and see if he knows how to get rid of it. And you guys should all go to the festival, and someone should stay and watch my brother, just in case he wakes up.
I
Not it.
I don't believe that you can remove a deed mark. I think it's one of those fate gave you this. It's yours now.
Well, how do
Did
I
you try
wake him up?
washing him off with a lint cloth?
Grog tries kicking him in the shin.
I
Oh, attack roll with
literally
advantage.
don't hurt him anymore. He's gonna die.
Yeah, it's
Freya,
not really
Freya
well.
will stop you. She's like, I just did like
Roll the attack roll.
40
I already
something
said it. Roll
damage.
the attack roll.
I get
Advantage.
stopped.
14.
Yay.
What's your AC without armor on there?
Not
dear?
fucking 14.
Without armor on,
Probably
what is that?
12.
10 plus your con?
10 plus dex mod.
14. Goes to the attacker.
So what is your strength, Grog?
My
Strength's 18.
I would grab Grog before
So that's
he
6
could hit him.
points of bludgeoning damage. Nope, we rolled the attack.
Oh,
6
what the
points to
fuck?
you. Just well, Grog didn't telepath it.
Don't worry, I still have 2 hit points left.
Walker looks at him and then leans down, and she's gonna burn. Ooh, which one of these is better? Yeah. So I guess it is cure wounds. Oh, not helpful. Can I roll that as a thing, please? Yes, I can. Take 10 hit points there, my friend.
Oh, and suddenly I get up, and I'm all better.
Yay!
Somehow
You
I
do
don't.
all hear a knock on the door.
Hi. Put the skin away.
Who is it?
Hi.
Freya rolls up the skin like a fruit roll-up, tucks
Ugh.
it into her
Yeah.
stuff.
Ugh.
I'm assuming there's now just a splatter of blood over Freya and the floor. Like, there's a
Yeah,
lot
probably.
of
Probably
small
sprayed
veins.
across the wall, yeah, because you had to rip it off.
Yeah.
You hear from the other side of the door, your escort.
Ah, fuck.
Wow, that was fucking creepy.
We are not in our dress best yet. Give us 10 minutes.
He goes to open the door. He just opens the door.
I want to make a dex check for how quickly Walker can take off her shirt.
I mean, pretty quickly.
Before he manages to fully open that door, I want Walker to be stood there looking incredibly unimpressed and shirtless at the door. Given she's very tall and has very long legs and can move very quickly.
Why is Walker getting naked?
Because we just
Stay
said
with- hang
this
with
guy
me.
wasn't supposed to come in because we're not dressed.
He walks in. He just kind of looks at you for a second, Walker. And it is Isaac. Then just kind of looks around the room.
Grog waves, tits out.
That one I'm not surprised, but... And he fucking
was
stops
asleep.
dead as his full gaze immediately spots Irina.
Walker's gonna put herself between him and Irina.
Karth is gonna have a knife from somewhere.
He sees her. You move in front, Walker. Does not seem to register that you've moved there. And he turns and walks out.
Fuck. Should we kill him?
No.
And like,
Karth should follow him. Though.
Oh, cool.
Sneaky like.
I can do. I can do that. Ugh. Those were not particularly good rolls.
that's fine.
Only a 20.
Look, that's a 9. Thank you. That's me rolling a 9.
So Karth, you get down and everyone, the door is just closing. You slip outside, and you do see two guards sort of standing there. One of them has been knocked over, and I need you. And they're sort of one's helping the other up, and they're going, "Fuck me! What the fuck was that for? What did I do?" And just I need you to roll a survival check to see if you can track him, because he is nowhere to be seen. He is moving.
Sure.
He's off to find the nearest viable jack-off corner.
He might be moving, but he ain't moving like I am.
You make it a block, and you manage to track him through sort of the muddy road with his larger boots. And you manage to track him to an alleyway about a block away. You come across him currently bent over, having just vomited, and he is currently shaking. And very clearly, because he's not actually trying, he's very clearly thinks he's hidden. He rolled very badly on his stealth check. And with your survival, you can very clearly also see he is crying.
Who is this again? I missed.
The sheriff who made all the creepy dolls?
It's demon arm guy.
This is the guy who made the dolls, or the guy who ordered the dolls?
The guy who ordered the dolls.
The guy who we were told
This is the guy who you were told was ordering the dolls.
Oh.
The guy who definitely 100% without question ordered the dolls, because why would the puppet guy lie to us?
Mm-hmm. In Barovia, no less.
So this guy...
Cool puppets.
This guy
And among
is
us.
having a severe emotional reaction to seeing Irina.
Roll a medicine check, Karth, for shits and giggles.
Sure.
Roll a 1. He throw up.
17.
Yeah, that's a panic attack.
Lol.
Um,
Unrelated. Can we go back to the town map? Or not a
Oh, yeah, sure.
town map. Thank you.
Since insight is what's used to like understand or pick up on social cues, can I use insight to walk up to help this guy through his panic attack?
So are you just gonna walk up
This
to
is
him?
the wrong town.
That is Barovia, you're right. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm literally just gonna walk up and be like, "Hey, are you okay?"
I'm just gonna go, ah!
He goes eep and punches you with his demon arm.
You die.
Because Karth cannot go off by himself without getting brought down to 0 hit points.
No, the answer is no. I cannot get you to the map. 1 second.
Oh, okay. We're in Barovia again. Yay, we're back.
Yeah. No,
The
so
car.
so the way the new thing is set up, it's very big, so you can only have 1 row exposed at a time, unless there's a setting somewhere that I can turn that larger. But when I pick you all up and try to move to the next row, it flies down to like 5 rows below, and I had to try to like catch it.
Yep.
He sees you that you've revealed yourself. He kind of stands up and he goes, "Who is she?"
That's you don't know who she is? You It seems like a pretty severe reaction to seeing a stranger.
Who is she to you all?
She's our I'm sure some of the other people in my little cohort of fucking clowns would call her a friend. To me specifically, she's my employer and an ally currently. She's from the next village over.
Roll insight. And at this point, I'm going to give you advantage just from your multiple successes here as we've gone.
24.
24. There is a reaction to hearing it next village over. Just like there's a like a reaction, but it goes away very quickly.
Who is she to you?
None of your fucking business. And he turns
Right.
and he goes, "Have Walker meet me by the jail. I am to be her escort and bodyguard for the day." And he just brushes past you and walks off. 1 second.
Telepathically to this guy.
Ooh, go ahead.
I'm not taking that. I know about the dolls. Who is she to you?
He stops and he sort of half turns his head, and there's like a beat. And then surprisingly, and this is just running with your insight, surprisingly sincere. He goes, "Thanks for the offer of help," and then walks off.
Okay, sure. I'll just go fuck myself then.
You are so lucky the DM has upgraded this guy from minor villain to character with nuance. You would be dead again.
Karth is gonna go back to the tavern and find Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Hold
All
on.
right.
Before you get back, I would have
Yeah, because
left.
I'm sure I'm gone a couple. I'm sure I'm gone a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to wherever I know Van Richten was staying. I don't think it was in the place with the saber tooth, and I don't think it was the place with the monkey. I think he had a.
Grog follows you because you said this guy had a monkey or something at some point, and also you ripped off your brother's skin, so you are literally the most interesting thing in the room right now. I'm sure she tries to go, "No, I'm doing this. Go back," but Grog just keeps following you.
Oh, you've met the monkey. You met the monkey once.
Grog wants to meet
Did
the monkey
Grog meet
again.
the monkey?
Yeah.
Was Grog there?
Yeah, because Grog was there when you met, because Van Richten took you to meet his friend.
Oh, right. And then.
Because his friend was looking after, because remember, Van Richten's actually staying here in the town, in the tavern. But he's been...
In this tavern?
Yes, he has a room.
Oh, yeah.
But he's been out and about doing things, but he's not allowed to bring the monkey into the tavern. So he left it with his friend, the toy maker.
Right.
So he brings it food occasionally.
Okay.
I thought the toy maker had a monkey.
Is he in the tavern right now?
No,
I
he
guess is
hasn't
the first
been for
question.
the last few days.
Okay.
He was, I think last you met him, he was going scouting.
Yes. He told me he had a place outside of town, right? Or was that
Oh, yes.
he was going somewhere?
He had a place outside of town at one point, but that was, he has not been back in a while, is the implication. He's not,
Okay.
that's not out, when we say out of town, that's a quest to get there. Like,
Right.
It's a way off.
So he's
But you do know he has the carnival shack with the armored saber tooth.
yeah. I guess that's where I would start to look for him. I know he doesn't seem to stay there. I get.
So you all...
I mean,
ahead.
if I ask in the tavern, do they know where he goes, or do they just like he's here when he wants to be here and he sleeps sometimes here, but we don't know where he goes?
I go, oh, you mean the elf bard? He hasn't been around in a minute. Remember he?
Yeah, he was
pretends
using
to be an
a
elf bard. Yeah.
disguise.
No, we haven't seen him lately.
Okay. I'll start with where the saber tooth was.
There's
Or
a
I-
saber tooth thingy.
I guess it would be smarter to go talk to the guy with the monkey, because maybe he knows more.
Yeah.
Alright, fine. You can come see the monkey and then be on your best behavior.
You go see.
I don't have one of those.
Blinksy. And Blinksy is he is in. He is currently shuffling a bunch of toys of all sorts of depressing and terrifying decisions onto a haphazard cart that he is taking to the festival.
Hi.
Oh, hello there. I'm, oh, yes. You're Britain's for friends, yes.
Yeah.
And he does have the monkey sitting on his shoulder.
We're looking for the monkey's owner. Do you know where he might be?
Oh, I rightly haven't seen him in a few days, not since the last time I saw him with you. In fact, he goes on and about sometimes, out for days at a time, but I'm sure he'll be back potentially for the festival. I hope so. You don't want to miss it. Might be fun.
Might be.
Yeah, probably.
Well, if you see him, let him know that his friends at the tavern are looking for him.
certainly will.
That sounds like we want to murder him. We've got some skin we want him to look at.
Alright, that makes it sound so much better.
Well, I mean, we do have a bit of a doctor and a healer in town. You might want to go see if you've got an issue with your skin. I don't know how much Van Richten will be of a help, but I'll let him know. Y'all have a good one. I gotta go. I gotta get ready.
Of course.
get a good spot, you know.
You should have the same spot every single time because it's one town and no one new comes in. If someone tries to take your spot, sick the monkey on them.
Mm-hmm.
He does throw a good feces.
Yeah!
All right.
That's
I'll
why
see.
Grog
He just
likes
starts
monkeys.
heading off with his cart in tow.
Bye!
Bye, and the monkey waves.
Grog waves back
See
at
ya
the
later.
monkey.
Okay, let's go see about if he's at the saber-tooth cart.
Also,
You do?
it's a fucking, like, magic rune. Do we know, like, is there a wizard? Wizards know shit like that, right?
Do we know any wizards?
I don't know. You're the one who's usually paying attention,
You've
probably.
kind of already exhausted all of your magic folks with you.
Yeah,
I mean, did we talk to Bill?
he was
did we
in
actually-
the room at the time when it
Okay,
happened.
but did we
Also,
actually
you
ask
know
him
he
to
has
contribute?
amnesia. It's fine.
And also, I mean, the only thing you think of off the top of my head that you would know immediately would be the hags, and they're a little ways away.
Yeah, we already tried to talk to them, and they were like, "We could make a deal," and we were like, "Yeah, fuck that."
Oh, no, that's awesome.
What?
Did you even try their cookies?
I did not eat their cookies, as far as I
They're made
remember.
from dead people, and they were so good.
I think only you would have that reaction.
You didn't try one?
Okay, I didn't try one. Maybe I should have tried one. Maybe I would.
You're a witcher. You drink black goop. Don't get on your high horse about what I choose to put in my mouth. At least mine looks like food.
I can make it look like this is a inane conversation. For
Just having
like,
it as you're walking over to
yes.
the cart, which you get there. Van Richten is not there,
Fuck.
and as you kind of look around to see, neither's the saber-tooth.
Is the cart there?
Yeah?
But there is no saber-tooth inside the cart.
Nope.
Doesn't this guy have like a bat signal or
Tiger in
something?
here.
What'd you say, Rob?
I said, doesn't this guy have like a bat signal or something?
Yeah. He didn't give us a way to contact him.
No, he said he would get in touch with you.
Grog's gonna
I mean,
walk up
Right.
to the cage and knock on the side of it and see if the cage rattles like there's a very invisible monster still in there.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Knock on it. Roll perception check, Grog. You too, Freya.
Okay.
I'm actually good at perception. Neat.
You have no clue, Freya, if it was invisible, if it would be there or not. Grog, you are absolutely certain, without a doubt, it's empty.
There's fuck all in there.
Great.
Ooh. I wonder if that means that midway through the boring ass festival, someone's gonna sick a tiger on everyone.
Saber-tooth into the crowd?
That'd
Possibly.
be. Ah.
That would be a twist, wouldn't it?
Be interesting. Okay.
Grog pats Freya on presumably like the thigh because Grog is short and goes,
Let's take your dead brother's skin back inside and go be normal for a bit.
If I rack my brain, can I think of any other ways to get in contact with someone who might know about this? Van
Magic.
Richten in particular.
You would need some sort of. You would need some sort of spell.
Fucking spells. Does anyone have like sending in our party?
No, Walker has teeth, and Karth just keeps sticking his brain in other people's brains without asking.
Hmm. I don't think
Uh,
that works if you
No.
don't know where the person is.
Ooh, before we head back, should we go check a couple of alley walls and make sure he isn't plastered to one of them?
Why do you
you
think
know,
that would happen?
The
you know,
last 2 times he stalked someone, it hasn't ended well for him.
That's a good point. All right, we can walk through some alleyways on our way back.
Yeah!
It's starting to get crowded anyway, so I don't want to
you
be
know,
in the.
I do want to just point out to defend my own honor here. Karth goes ahead and scouts lots of times without getting hit. It was
Well,
just the
you
two
only
very memorable times. There were just two very memorable times where Karth got fucking blasted.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
two
And those are the
times
ones Grog
is.
remembers. Let's
Yeah.
check some alleys.
All right, we walked some alleyways.
All right.
I would have thought you enjoy being in the crowd, given that you can't normally go outside in the daytime and everything.
Mm, I don't need to. I don't need to be seen as a general rule. Uh, you know,
Oh. I mean, we
people
could stick a
are.
blanket over your head, then no one can see you.
I guess we could do that. That seems like it would attract more attention.
But no one would see you.
Okay, good
They'd see the
point.
blanket.
We'll put a pin in that.
That'll help keep the blanket in place.
Ah,
Grog yells down an alleyway.
Are you dead?
As you we'll go as you guys are searching for Karth to make sure he's not dead in an alley somewhere. Let me see. Here,
Yeah.
you're staring to. You're in a hallway. You're at the very beginning of it. It's about. I forget about how tall I said they were. 13, 14 feet high, silver walls. One to your back, one to either side of you, one ahead of you. Though it looks like there's a branching hallway there. The wall behind you, though, goes endlessly up into what appears to be a dome, far, far above you.
How big is like the can I like shimmy up?
Oh, there's nothing to shimmy. You would have it's all of these walls are flat.
So there's no like okay.
You would have to parkour to get to the top of one of these.
Can I try to do that?
Sure, make a. We'll do.
Athletics?
I think parkour is a bit more acrobatics.
No fun.
Yeah, yeah, but he's not neither jumping really here or falling. Go ahead and yeah. So you try and get up. It's well out of your actual jump range, so you would have had to like run up the wall here a little bit.
Okay.
But the silver is very slick, and at this point, you do realize. I mean, you land safely. You don't hurt yourself or anything. But you realize at this point that this is actual silver.
Okay. Oof. Shit. Hmm. I will cast Igni to see if I can melt the silver. I doubt it, but I would like to try it.
And that essentially just says firebolt, right?
I think so. I gotta double check what the it's been a minute since I've opened up the PDF. No, not Witch Hat, Witcher.
How I open PDF.
Listen here, Jack. How do I open PDF? Here we go. Igni. You produce a burst of flames from your fingertips. Yada yada yada. You must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, silver. But it causes 1d6 fire damage.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll the damage. It's gonna fail. It's a wall.
Okay.
Yeah, walls and like inanimate objects don't get saving throws.
What if I roll a 6 though? Shit. Okay. Well, I didn't roll a 6.
You do scorch the wall a little bit. It's very warm. It doesn't melt.
Okay.
You
I would like to
feel
use
like
my.
you would probably have to repeatedly hit it for a while before it would start even beginning to melt.
Okay. Do I have my sword with me?
You have all of your equipment on you. Yes, you are
I
fully
will go
dressed
ahead and
and
just.
in your armor.
I'll try to hit the wall. I mean, I'm playing this as my dumb intelligence, zero intelligence man. I don't know what to do.
Your attack roll.
You mean 0 modifier, not score 0, right?
I mean zero modifier. Yeah, I don't think you can have a zero. I mean
You
you
can.
If
It
you
just
hit
kills
0,
you.
you die.
Yeah. Okay, so I hit it with a 20.
Definitely hit. Yeah.
Okay.
You do roll with advantage against objects because they do not move.
Nice.
Weapon slashing. You do cut into it a little bit. Silver is soft.
Okay. Can I try to
It's so you scar it a tiny bit. It's not like a deep gash or anything, but you can
not a
see
deep
where
gash? I can just like pull stuff away from.
you could
Okay.
sit there and do it for a minute. You might be
Yeah,
able
sure.
to. What are you using to do that?
My hands.
You and I'm not so
Well, that's not going to work. You would need something like your sword.
I mean, I will. I guess I'll just like try to pry it off of my sword, kind of like a leveraged sort of thing. Can you do a strength check for that?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll a strength check.
No, that was a save, but well, the strength check was better. So
You do manage to pry a piece of this silver, like a hunk of this silver off. It's sort of messed up a little bit. Having a look at your sword as well afterward, you get the feeling repeated doing of that, your sword will start deteriorating. It's not designed to carve into metal like that.
okay,
But you do have a palm-sized, like a hand fist. We'll say fist-sized hunk of silver,
and still all just silver,
and
just
everybody
silver
else gets
behind that, behind
Oh
whatever I
yeah,
put it.
yeah. It's just silver behind that. Yeah.
I'm gonna call out. I would like to be let out, please.
It echoes.
Oh, okay.
Make a perception check.
Not my strong suit.
It's hard to tell if you heard. It's one of those things where, did you hear something, or was it just your mind trying to fill the silence?
Daisy got me a Kit Kat.
And also, the silence. You start thinking about it now. This is so to give you an idea of how quiet this is, Rob.
Mhm.
This is 2 a.m. with a thick snowfall silent.
Can
Mm.
he hear his own blood moving yet?
Not quite. It's not like um it's not like a whatever they call the silent chambers or anything like that. But it is that kind of silence that not only is everything quiet, it's deadened, and there's also a weird stillness that sets you at a bit of an ease.
Okay, I'm gonna touch my Witcher medallion, which casts detect magic. And then also I can see faint outlines of any non-humanoid creatures within 30 feet until the start of my next turn. That's also like through surroundings, through walls, I should say.
So the detect magic goes off, um, and immediately you find it utterly useless
Mhm.
because everything here is giving off faint magic.
Yeah,
And how long
I
does it last?
anyone got
You
that?
said you said how long?
Well, so I could see any non-humanoid creatures within 30 feet of me until the
Non
start of my
non-humanoid.
yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that. Yep.
And this is
Okay.
until the start of my next turn, so I'm gonna guess like what 6 seconds.
Yeah, so about 6 seconds goes past, you don't see anything like that, but you just see magic. And it's not the kind, so you're not getting any specific school of magic. It's just that sort of low level, almost like magic background radiation.
Hmm. What is that thing they do in? So I'm gonna They're they did this thing in like the beginning of JJK season 2 where they just were going down an endless hallway and they sprinted really quickly. And I'm gonna try to do that just to see if I can like shake up the magic that's around me. I mean, honestly, I don't expect it to work at all, but nothing else is working, so I'm just gonna sprint in one direction as quickly as I possibly can.
Nope, that's fair. You've only got one direction to go. And I'm
Yeah.
also going to throw this out there that like like when I do puzzles and like mazes and things, right? If
Mhm.
you want to play into your character's like intelligence on your character sheet, feel free to do so. But you're also
Yeah.
more than welcome to just use your real person intelligence, and it's just fine. Like
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
just want it to be fun rather than like, oh man, da da da. Yeah, no. So yeah, you try to sort of fake out the magic by immediately sprinting, and you reach the end of the hall that you're in, and you see that it branches left and right, and then you can see that those paths seem to both go off for a good long while and then curve, but they also seem to branch off as well in multiple directions. And they both sort of curve forward, so curve away from you.
Okay, I'll go down the right path.
Okay. So if you go down the right path, as you're walking, do you just sort of staring straight ahead? Are you keeping focused? Are you looking down these passageways, sort of checking your
Uh
corners?
I'm trying to so I guess like in terms of other I'm trying to reach the like the end of this, but if there are other corridors, then I'm like looking in to see if there's anything not necessarily like different, but something that would stand out to me to be like, oh, like go down that way instead. If there's like a lever in one or like maybe the silver looks a little bit off from the other places that I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's fine. So as you are walking, so you went right, okay? So the hallway does seem to be slightly curving to the left that you're in. And also, as you're looking, all of the hallways on your right, they seem to, you start to get a pattern down. They kind of happen at the same interval, and the hallways that branch off to your right are identical to the one you came down. They're not the same one, because you don't see the
Yeah.
chunk missing. But they are identical to the one you came down, where it's a short hallway that ends, that connects to like what seems to be the main wall of this place that goes up into the dome above you.
Okay. So there is another area to turn down, right?
Oh yeah, so if you turn down any of those, you would just reach sort of those dead ends. It's like, but there are multiple hallways you're passing. Um, how long do you walk this main corridor before turning
So I'm
this
assuming I
way?
can't like tell the passage of time here. But in terms of like, Witchers be walking around places, people be walking around places, I would say I do this for about 2 hours before I like quit it and like sit down and get into meditation mode.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, you still have some sort of general sense of time as of right now.
Yeah.
You've not quite lost that yet. And even if you don't have a sense of time, the ones that seem to be on the outside, right? These outside corridors, these little short ones, like the one you spawned in, essentially, are happening at regular intervals. So you can sort of count those as like every 20, every 30 almost. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And
Yep.
that sort of kind of gives you a sense of, at the very least, a sense of being able to keep time. Whether you're actually keeping time or not, you're not sure.
Right.
Oh, before you hit that end, like about halfway between where you started and that end point you gave, you do find evidence of someone else. You see a hallway, and at the end of the hallway, you see someone sitting, knees up, arms around their knees, face on their knees, like just sort of curled up, sitting at the end of that sort of short hallway.
I'm gonna approach them with my sword in its sheath.
Makes
I'm
no
gonna
move as you approach.
as I'm like 20 to 15 feet away, I'm just gonna go, hey, hey, who are you? Where am I?
No response. Doesn't move.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Let me cast or not Igni, Quen on myself, which is just the protection one. Um, I roll a d4 and subtract that from the total of damage taken, just in case I end up
That's
taking
fine.
damage here.
Yeah,
But
you got it.
I'm gonna walk up to him, to whoever this is.
Okay, you are right up on him.
I poke him a little bit.
Uh, as you do, it you just watch as the side you poke just begins to crumple. Um, and as it crumples, it sort of slides to the side, and as it lands, a skull just sort of rolls out of the hood.
Oh, I look at. I'm gonna. I'm gonna look at the skull. It's human, right?
No, not quite. You're not sure. Roll ooh, roll an Arcana check.
Can I roll Witcher instead?
Yeah, you know what? You could. I think you could roll Witcher here. Well, damn. So looking at this creature, it's not quite human. Um, and as you get closer, um, you sort of begin to realize it's not that it is potentially Yuan Ti.
Okay.
They have a slightly different facial structure, skull structure. Their mouths, especially around the jaw, are far more snake-like in its construction.
Hmm.
So you guess with the fact that it has legs, it's probably a Yuan Ti pure blood.
Okay.
For everyone else who wants to know, Yanti come in several varieties. The pureblood, despite being called pureblood, is the least pure of the species because they look very human. The most pure of the species are pretty much just snakes.
Big snakes.
Big snakes. Sapient snakes.
I'm gonna lift up the skull and I'll go. If anyone's watching, your friend's dead. I don't know who this is, but he's gone. And then I
No
put the
response.
skull in. No response. Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else on the body?
Good investigation check.
Do. Cool. Nice.
So you don't find anything unusual. It's just a pile of clothes and a skeleton. There is an old coin purse, and there are also you find three daggers.
I'm gonna take it and say he probably won't be needing these. Can I look in the coin purse?
Yeah.
I did crit fail, so
Yeah. No, I mean, like, the thing is that, like, yes, you critical failed your investigation check, but, like, you're also, it doesn't suddenly make you blind and unable to, like, feel, or, like, you've not suddenly lost your sense of smell, touch, sight. Like, you're just not suddenly like, oh God, what is it?
yeah. Oh
Like,
god, I don't know what coins are anymore.
yeah, you just kind of, you don't just kind of go, huh, and then walk away. You still search.
Yeah,
It's just, these things are very obvious. They were on its belt, right?
yeah,
One of them was in its boot, but not like hidden. It was like in a boot sheath, very clearly, like showing. So
yeah.
like none of this is like weird or hidden. If there was anything hidden amongst the folds of the clothes, you tossed it a bit. You didn't find anything.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
but you open it, and it is Electrum inside the bag.
I know
Um,
what electron is.
it's very old, and when you look at it, you do not recognize the coinage at all.
An electrum piece is halfway between silver and gold.
That's so dumb.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in the old inventory, and I'm gonna take the daggers too. Are the daggers special in any way?
Just look like daggers. There is about 20 Electrum in that bag.
Wait. If they just look like daggers, I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna try stabbing in the wall. Maybe they're magic daggers.
Chink, you stab it in the wall. Nothing.
God. Anywhere else to walk?
Oh yeah, you can either continue down the path you were going on originally. This is in, like I said, one of those side rooms where like you
Yeah, right.
were not
Okay, so
recording.
I guess I'll continue down the path.
You can
Then.
continue down the path. It's still slightly curving to the left. And like I said, if you go to the left, if you're looking left though, there are passages that seem to go deeper and wind and branch off.
I'll go down one of the paths that are I mean, is it like a door 1, 2, or 3 situation, or are they kind of looking like they all lead to the same place?
You're not sure because a lot of them turn or suddenly. There's a couple maybe kind of walk down a little bit and look, and they might turn to the left or the right, but then suddenly stop, like like it's just a dead end. Or some of them seem to open up, like one opens up into the sort of circular, almost room. Though
Yeah,
there's no roof, obviously. Some of them do go into what look to be like suddenly you see like darkness in the distance, so clearly there's something covering them, or potentially they get like a roof. You're not sure. Looking up, there is an artificial light that is coming, but it seems to be sort of emanating just from the dome itself. So
Mhm.
it's you could there's certain spots that you could stand in where there are no shadows because you're getting hit from light from all sides, and because light is coming from every direction. When you do get hit with a shadow, it's throwing shadows in very strange ways.
Can I make the connection that I'm having these bad dreams and uh, I
I
was
mean,
pulled into this situation because
you were
of
having a bad dream and got sucked through a hole, and now you're here.
yeah. I guess my question is more of like, can I'm going to use the tattoo ability if I can in this
Yeah,
situation to see if that does anything.
you can use that here. Don't sense anything in your immediate surroundings.
I have to roll that d6.
Yep.
So I take 4 damage,
For
but
damage.
I'm
Okay.
full health in here.
Yes, you are. Um, everyone's still with so Walker and anyone else in the room still.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, um, you said you had 2 hit points left.
No, he was healed by 10. He's got 12
You
now.
10. You 12. Okay. Never mind then. Don't worry about it. Moving on. Nothing happens. Yeah, you just take a little bit of damage.
Okay, so I take my 4 damage. Nothing around me, right? Mm,
Tell you what,
what's
I'll
up?
make you a deal.
Okay.
Roll a d8, take that damage, and you can push it further.
Of course I'm taking that deal. Are you kidding me? Because what's 4 minus 12? It's 8.
So you take 6 damage to your maximum health, like whatever you had, right? Because you're fully healthy in here. But as you push, you sort of concentrate on the pain that it causes in your back, and you extend out. Um, and you can't sense anything nearby you. But go ahead and roll me. So I want you. So go ahead and roll me. No, you know what? We'll do it this way because I'd rather you have the choice.
Mhm.
As you sort of push out, you sort of close your eyes. Suddenly, in the darkness of like your eyes being closed,
Mhm.
the darkness of your own eyes, you see on your right something that feels like a friend, and on your left something that feels like a well-worn, useful tool. So an old friend, we'll put it that way, a very dear old friend, and the other direction, a very useful tool, well-worn, well-used tool. You feel like if you just reached out, you might be able to touch one.
Can I try reaching out?
Which one do you reach out for?
The friend.
You reach out for the friend, and you touch it. And give me one moment. As you touch it, something begins to glow. Darkness, like it gets like it glows darker, if that makes any kind of sense. In like
think I
this sort of
understand.
weird eldritch space kind of way, glows darker than the darkness around it as your eyes are closed. And as you touch it, you begin to feel a presence near you. I'm going to cut back to Walker.
Okay.
Karth, you're just arriving back at the tavern.
Hi.
And
Well, he doesn't actually know who Irina is.
what do you mean he doesn't know who Irina is?
As far as I can tell, and this is an educated guess based on the questions he asked me about her, I think that he has memories of her from another cycle, or maybe because of his weird demon arm, or maybe it's Strahd nonsense, but he wanted to know who she was, and then also in general who she is to us. And I gave him kind of a non-specific answer. I didn't say her name, and then he was done talking and left. But it is my professional opinion that the reason he's having the dolls made is not a weird thing. It's simply the only medium available to him to get weird images out of his head.
But why then keep making them over and over and over? Wouldn't one doll be enough?
Not always. You know how brain stuff's weird. Sometimes you need to do the same thing over and over again. Like, I'm sure you're a combat medic. I'm sure you've seen people who've come back from like wars and battles and stuff, and then suddenly need to, I don't know, make sure that their door is locked 50 times in a row to feel safe.
You're talking about trauma, and I can see it. She's
Um,
by the way, as she's having this conversation, she's finishing buckling on her dress uniform.
and he said he wants you to meet him at the jail. Apparently, he's to be your escort today,
All day.
I
Won't that be
guess.
fun?
Well, okay, he's having the dolls made. You're not here, Grog. Shut up. Okay, he's having the dolls made as a way to deal with his possibly like magical obsession. Sorry.
Let's. Okay. Let's play this straight. Presumably, if he's my escort, he's not gonna be very far from me at any given point, which is fine. He certainly won't be sneaking away long enough to cause Irina any trouble. Somebody's got to stay here with Tyr anyway. I'm gonna trust kids to. I think Harold probably as like a first, as like a first event, maybe just
Yes.
he's been a
I
little
will
sleepy.
stay with Tyr and ensure that he is safe.
Yeah, see, he's on it.
You sound less Scottish today. Are you okay, Harold?
Harold never sounds Scottish.
Listen, Gaz Gaz is very good, but it's still there a little bit. Wow. Accents are difficult to
Focus.
get rid of. I
Focus.
sound American no matter what I do.
So Here's the
I
plan.
will not be made the enemy here.
Let me be very clear. Do not, any of you, and she looks around the room, start any shit at all, because he will kill me the first chance he gets. I am 90% sure of it. Whether he's a bad guy, whether he's a good guy, I don't care. He's definitely on the lookout for an excuse. Please don't fucking give him one. Don't get killed, don't get eaten, and don't kill anyone else. Unless they're actively a vampire, not Freya, obviously. And with that, she's gonna turn and she like checks herself in the mirror and kind of looks minorly disgusted because this white and gold piece of shit is not her vibe at all. And then is gonna, I guess, head on over to the jail.
Okay. You start heading over. What's everybody else doing? Just so I can.
Also going to the jail, but sneaky.
Like not telling Walker sneaky.
Oh, I mean, I guess I'll tell Walker, but or I'll ask. What do you want me to follow you, but out of sight?
I actually think it would be better for you to get a good vantage point on the square where everything is clearly going to go down. It's unlikely anyone tries to knife me between the jail and the square, but if anything's going to go sideways. Actually, is that even true? No, Carson an up close fighter, isn't he?
I have a bow.
Right,
I have a bow, and also my knife. One of my knives kind of teleports back to me after I throw it.
sexy. Give yourself somewhere with really good vantage.
Dope. Okay. Where's the square, T? What is our destin? This is the square?
Hold on. You're going to the town square. Yes, that is.
All right. This looks like the biggest building, so I'll be on top of this building.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me both a stealth and a climb if you're going there sneakily.
Do I have to roll climb if I have a climb speed?
No, you do not.
Okay, because I have a climb speed. Rogue shit. That is a 30.
Yeah, you are stealthed.
Garth.
Okay. So you are up there in stealth, and Walker, you are
Headed jailwards, I guess.
jailwards. Yep, that's it. So you start heading to the jail. You reach there, go inside. He's been waiting for you. He is sitting there with a half-empty bottle of something. Smells maybe whiskey.
You started early.
Let's get this day over with.
Okay. Do you know what I'm about to be asked to do? Because this briefing, my pre-event briefing for the thing I'm supposed to be doing formal stuff at, sorely lacking.
And he just walks past you. Stops at the door expecting you to follow.
Sexy. She's gonna turn around on her heel and follow him.
Okay. So you start walking back to the back towards the square. You see a lot of people making their way there. Some people do seem to be smiling or seem to be a little more upbeat. You do also see people, and this is for everybody kind of out and about. You also do see other people who are seemingly less upbeat, but like definitely pretending to be. Um, you haven't spotted the Burgermeister yet or anybody. Um, but he also, Isaac then turns to you, uh, Walker, and he says, I'm just here to make sure you don't leave before tonight. That's when they'll need you, I guess.
Oh, so I don't have to stress about anything formal until tonight.
That's what I was told.
Excellent. You are gonna hate this, but this is your town and you've been to these festivals before, so I want to eat good fucking food. I want to drink something tasty. And I want to see whatever it is that people are like, oh, the fair's come around again. Hell yeah. I've got to make sure to see X. That you're my detail. You got to play tour guide. There's your brief. Please.
He looks at you and he goes, the food sucks. The drink is weak. I do have the festival every single week. There is nothing anyone has missed. But we must be happy. And he gives this very fake grin, this very big, cheesy grin that is someone very practiced of, oh God, no, please don't smile. It's that kind of a smile where you're like, he does it and very clearly is now going to stick with it because everyone, but like that kind of unsettling smile where you're like, please don't do that. Don't smile. You're not, that's not good. Don't do that. You're unhinged.
DM,
I
could you repeat what he said but face towards the microphone?
I put it in chat, basically. It was very
Oh,
quiet though.
Oh, apologies.
For the recording.
For the recording.
Take two.
The food's shit. The alcohol is weak. And that because it happens every week, no one is really like actually excited for everything, but we all have to be happy, and then makes this weird, creepy grin.
secondary thing, DM. I know I've already gone to my position, but before we left the tavern, could I have dispensed some kobold dank to the various people going to the party?
Do you mean your poison drugs?
No, I mean the normal drugs.
No, we've touched. He's had drugs. He's had drugs this whole time. He's pulled them out, I think, once before. The only person who was there left with you, um, because you told
Oh yeah, I
everyone to
guess it.
stay put, right?
I guess it would just be what. Could I have given Walker? Just I don't know if this is your speed, but if shit sucks, here, take these. It's just like a fistful of fucking.
Did you tell everyone
Uh,
to stay put, or
Yeah.
did you just have walk? Because as far as that's actually a good question. Because all I remember you actually saying is someone needs to stay with.
That was today in our pre-plan last week. In our pre-plan last week, we said that she should probably stay in, and she was like, "But I don't wanna." And I think we landed on, "It's your funeral, but you would probably be safer in the tavern. But you at least need to be with someone."
Oh, that's right. Because her argument was, ah, yes, the tavern full of people we don't know. That's definitely safer than anywhere else in a place we don't know. Opto will take you up on the Kush.
To be fair, Walker currently has a pocket full of Karth's drugs from every time that Karth has offered them to her, and she hasn't needed them. But she's just slowly building a supply because you never know when drugs are useful.
I want to be clear. This isn't like functionally speaking, very similar to weed, except it's like kind of a still sort of wet moss that kobolds grow on in caves. You don't smoke it, you just eat it.
Opto will 100% eat the whole thing you hand him immediately.
Oh, that's for. Oh, that was for like the whole day.
Will it last me the whole day?
You just ate
You,
my forever weed brownie.
you just ate my first. I mean,
Fizzy
probably.
lifting drink.
I mean,
Will alcohol increase the effects?
yeah, probably.
Then I need to find some alcohol. And Opto strides away.
You're gonna want to watch him. He might have a really good time. He might have a really bad time. Walker, if you decide to use some, like a fifth of what he took.
Okay, so we snap back, presumably to the now.
Yep.
Walker sizes up this man. Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Insight check. That's a 26.
What are you inciting? Can't just go, I just want to generally
No.
incite him.
How much is this man fucked off because this town sucks? Essentially, she's trying to judge his danger to her.
He doesn't, he definitely seems more upset than he is like his normal grumpy, like angry visage. He definitely seems to hate this fucking place. But you also get a sense that there is an extra, since this morning, there is an extra level of something there that is making him extra unpleasant.
Sexy. Walker is going to look him up and down and then go, "You're the sheriff. How does this town feel about gambling?"
Whatever.
Walker's going to reach into the pocket of her dress fucking uniform and pull out a 3-Dragon Ante card set. And she's like, technically, if we're sat out here, and we're having a good time, we are abiding by the rules.
You're meant to wander around and visit the stalls.
I'll do that. Here's the deal. I'll do that. We'll play a few games. And then I'll do that again, and then we'll play a few games. Sorted?
Or you could do that, or I go tell the Burgermeister actually what happened the other night.
Don't be a dick about it. All I'm saying is there's like 4 fucking stores here, buddy. It's not exactly like.
Oh no, the town is full with like right now. There's a bunch of stalls and things. Clearly, everyone has like got to participate in some way. So there are a bunch.
Oh,
of
there is
stalls.
actually enough here to last.
There's like people have brought like I said, like the toy maker did, carts out to the street to like try. It's not just like, oh, it's a festival and people are just milling about. Like that's just another day. It is actively a festival.
Okay.
Just one that's a bit of a dour mood.
Okay, in
I
which
feel like
case,
Walker would have also definitely benefited from finding out that this guy is like riding the coattails of a massive panic attack where he barfed up his entire breakfast instead of just being like, yeah, he seemed like he didn't know who Irina was, and then he left. Weird.
we got it though. Okay, in which case,
Hey, listen.
counter offer. Don't be a dick. We visit all the stalls, and if there's time left, between us walking around and making nice because these people have done their best in shitty conditions. So, like, I'm down for that part. Then we play cards until we gotta go do fancy stuff.
Walk.
She waves. She waves the cards at him, and they just disappear back into like the inside coat pocket. Walker has decided, by the way, that she's going to be in like not a super happy, chirpy good mood, but like a persistently up good mood at him until he either cracks or cracks.
Oh, he's gonna kill you. He clearly fucking hates you.
Oh no, wait, she's like, we're gonna go to the stalls, and she's gonna turn around and be like, did you see this? Look at the craftsmanship on this. You know what? I hadn't seen that. Like, she is gonna treat him like he is genuinely enthusiastic to be there. With when they step out, she's gonna aim the little comments that, like, if you're not hearing them in context, sound perfectly benign, but are designed to amuse him whether he likes it or not. And it's a campaign. That's the day.
Okay, fair enough. You do. Sorry, I saw the breaking Barovia. So as you are, as you're walking and as you're beginning to go to the different stalls, um, there is at one point you see him walk over to a couple of the guards. He walks away from you, talks to them, in particular one of them, and then comes back to you. And do you try to listen in, or do you just let that go?
She's gonna try, but she's not gonna do anything overt.
It's a perception check.
Nah, never mind. It's loud in there.
No, you have no idea what was said.
She does not mention it to him.
Okay, and they just start. You just start going stall to stall, and you start your day-long campaign to either break him or get him to kill you. Freya and Grog.
Yep.
What
Hi.
are you both doing?
So I think we were heading back to the inn, and then
Yeah, Grog got bored after like 2 alleyways.
yeah.
Yeah, you get back to the inn. Walker and Karth have left already.
Mm-hmm.
Jusen and the Herald are staying in. Opto is missing. What's her face? From yours, Karth.
Grindar.
Jindar, did she go or stay?
I think she would have stayed if only to study the weird mark on Tyr's back.
Fair enough. So she's sort of hovering over Tyr, and your bird friend has left. He has gone to the festival,
Oh, fucking.
which leaves the 3 Barovians who are with your party. The siblings are currently arguing quietly in a corner, and Tom is getting dressed and trying to like comb his hair.
Tom, are you going to the festival?
I think so. It's rather been stuck cooped up since the fight, and I'd like to stretch my legs at least for a little bit.
Try not to die again. Let's go, Gleb.
All right, let's go. Sloosh, 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 sloosh.
Grog grabs one flipper and they skip down the stairs together, which sounds beautiful until it's just like. Because they're both heavy.
Yep, and then they are gone.
Fred turns back to Tom and is like, while you're out and about, if you see a guy that matches this description, and she tells him about von Richten is like a disguised version. I don't know if he met him before.
Saw the elf
Yeah,
the first night you got there.
yeah. Keep an eye out for this guy. I want to talk to him about something.
Right. Is it a pleasant conversation, or do you need me to strongly suggest he come talk to you?
No, no need to. It is a friendly conversation.
All right.
But
We don't do many of those, do we?
rel- relatively urgent. So tell him to come back here.
I
Good.
won't even blink. I'll keep my eyes peeled for him.
Thank you, Tom. You're always looking out for us.
Of course. What else can I do? You've been looking out for me and me mates. Speaking of which, might want to avoid the siblings. They're not quite happy with one another right now.
Hmm? Wait, what?
Oh,
Who?
Irina and Ismark, they're arguing over whether or not she's going out to the festival.
Hmm. Irina wants to go.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. Hmm. If she had an escort, perhaps she could, but I don't think she could go on her own.
Oh, well, I would gladly escort her, but I also don't want Ismark to stab me through the stomach, so...
Hmm. I'll talk to them.
He sort of pats you on the shoulder and heads out. And he stops at the door and turns and goes, "And you know, if you run into me, I'd be happy to buy you a drink." And then walks out.
Hmm.
He does know you can't drink,
Yeah,
right?
Freya's
What a
like.
shitty mind work.
Freya's
I
like.
don't think you've explicitly stated that you can't eat or drink food. You've been very cagey around that subject
Mm-hmm.
whenever it's come up.
That's true.
He has ostensibly been traveling with this for like a couple. You'd think he figured. Whatever, it's fine.
Never said Tom was smart.
It's
He
unclear if
tried to
I'm.
attack a vampire with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
It's unclear if I'm able to eat regular food or if I can only drink blood. Um, I'm
You've not really
there.
tried.
I mean, I've like nibbled on stuff before. I don't know if we've established what happened. Um,
It doesn't make you say it doesn't do anything for you, but you can taste it. You're
yeah.
not sure if you ate quite a bit or drank quite a bit, what would happen to the waste.
Hmm.
Because bodies aren't functioning, but you can taste.
Okay. Um, we'll keep that in mind. I guess I'll take him up on that if I run into him. But first of all, I'm going to go and check on my brother.
Dundar, I believe, is a golden dragonborn.
Mhm.
She has been.
We have a dragonborn?
Yeah, she's been here. She doesn't talk
Oh.
much. She doesn't really interact with anyone outside of Karth. And by that I mean Himarath.
Mhm.
Yeah, Drindar is a gold dragonborn occultist who only follows Karth around because Karth has a fucking demigod in his brain.
Man, she probably fucking hates us. She's scuttling around in her long flowing robes, like, all for the master, all for the master, while we play fucking truth or dare, and she's just waiting for Himrath to like fucking alien chest burst his way out of Karth's chest and be like, "No, I will bathe this plane in fire!" And she's gonna be waiting a long ass time because he's a god of knowledge. No one said she was smart.
Yeah, she's sort of studying the markings and sort of just kind of taking notes.
Fro will ask, have you gleaned anything from your studies?
Not yet.
Well, he's not going anywhere, as far as I know, anyway. So keep at
I
it.
suppose not.
Freya will sit down next to him, be like, "Sorry, you can't go to this boring as fuck festival, but uh, if I see anyone who might know about this," and pats where she is keeping the skin, um, maybe I can find some help for you. So enjoy your restful afternoon, because this party's gonna suck. Okay, bye. Gets up.
Get up and at this point, Irina, you see walks out, and then the door they're actually staying in goes into there and slams the door shut. Um, and you were sort of talking to your brother. Neither. Go ahead and. No, I'm just gonna say it's funnier if you didn't notice. You walk over, and Ismark is sort of leaning against the windowsill a little bit.
You know, if you tell her not to go, she's just gonna sneak out and go anyway.
She's going.
Yeah?
She already punched him.
Ah.
She's going. I may have pushed that one too far.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Where'd she hit you?
Oh, she kicked me.
Ah. Here, I thought you were just being moody. Sorry about that.
It's all right. You sisters. You know what? And he kind of stops and goes, yeah. Just kind of.
She, like, gives him a pat on the shoulder. It's like, just like really distant, like from a ways off. Um, Not sure what else to do about that.
Yeah, no, and he goes, I guess we're getting ready to go. And he sort of tries to do that awkward, like, I'm going to walk this off.
Mm-hmm.
And very clearly is having trouble doing so.
Really gotcha.
And wanders over to the room and gently knocks and goes, I need to change too if we're going. And there's just a moment. And then the door unlocks and he's, thank you, and just goes in.
Okay, well, guess we're all going. Freya will think about if she wants to change into anything, and then it's like, nah, fuck it.
Right, and you head out to the party. And as you head out, Tyr,
Yes.
I will be getting you. I will be sending you things either at some point this week, but just for right now, in front of you is one of the weirdest, more grotesque things you've really ever seen.
Witcher knowledge. Have I seen it before?
No, no, you have not seen this kind of thing before.
Okay.
But as you look at it, it is flying with little wings. It is a cross between how do I how do I how do I describe this?
You ever seen a human? Well, it looks nothing like that.
Yeah. You ever okay, so if okay, you ever see those things where like they like give you the shark baby in the jar, and you can buy them usually at like the beach or whatever. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah, it's like if somebody did that with an undead cupid.
Oh, with like a cherry. Oh.
Yeah, but it's not quite undead. It doesn't look like it's falling or rotting apart, but it definitely looks like too early. Something's not right, and it's cross between some sort of is that undead? Is that an eldritch heart? You're not sure. It's very unsettling to look at, but it is flapping there, just staring at you.
Uh, I go. So I well, when I reached out, I like had a feeling that it was a friend, right? Like
Yeah,
I I knew something that led me to believe this is someone I knew like prior or before.
not just that this was a friend, and it felt like an old friend.
Okay. I say, can I talk to it?
You can try.
I go, what are you? And where am I? God, where am I?
There's a moment, and it kind of like very stiffly cocks its head to look at you to the side and goes, I don't have a name. How do I? Talking. Well, that's new. What's my name?
Hmm. I trying to think. Like, I don't know what this thing is, and I don't know. Like, I can't think of some bestiary. Like, it. I can't harken back on anything that I've experienced before as a Witcher
The
and try to pin a
closest
name.
thing, the closest thing you've seen this is the thing that you killed.
Oh, okay. Did I learn it? Did I learn its name?
So what you all killed was the undead, like someone trying to resurrect what would have been a god had it not been stillborn. This is clearly not that, but it is the closest equivalent.
Okay. I go, well, unfortunately, I don't know your name, but I think I may have accidentally slayed something you are close to.
What is? What do you mean?
I turn around and I kind of shimmy off like the armor that I have around my shoulder and I show uh, them the tattoo.
So the tattoo has gotten bigger
Oh,
and now
good.
wraps around both shoulders.
Nice.
Mhm.
Does this mean anything to you?
No.
Hmm. Do you know where we are?
Sort of flaps and like a sort of in like a circle. It kind of like it's sort of hovering in the air, and it sort of hover flaps to sort of turn in this circle and goes, no.
Okay. Do you know where you?
What's my name? What is it? Tell me. Please tell me. I want to know. Please tell me.
Out of character, am I supposed to know this?
No, you don't know.
Oh,
It's
okay, all
asking
right.
you to tell you its name.
Think you're
Your
picking it
name?
now.
I think so. Uh, your name will be. Hmm, I kept thinking, I was like, what's a name that doesn't sound like a name? And then I almost went, your name will be Grog. And I was like, that's not how that works. We can't have two Grogs. You will be named Barf. That is your name, Barf.
Short for Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Barf, 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 barf,
God
barf.
damn it, Rob.
Who are you, friend? What's your name, friend? What's your
I
name,
am
friend?
I am Tyr.
Tyr, Bar, friend of Tyr. Barf is friend of Tyr. Good friend.
You
Just
can
so you know, mechanically,
Yep.
I'll get you the stats for this later. This is a find familiar.
What was that? One more time into the mic for the
His
ones back
functions
home.
as a find familiar.
Okay.
And it's just sort of floating there now. What are we doing here? Friend, what are we doing here? Yes, friend, tell me. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's very kind of spins around. Silver.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I had a dream and I fell into a hole and I woke up and I ended up here. I've been plagued with bad dreams since I received that tattoo that I showed you, but I don't know what it is. I haven't been able to find someone to be able to tell me what it is. Then again, I haven't really been asking.
Dreams? I don't plague dreams. Can dreams be a plague? I've never heard of a dream plague before. I don't do dreams. Do I have a dream? What's a dream?
A dream is when you close your eyes and you imagine something. Some situation, some place, some person.
It closes its eyes and just starts concentrating really hard.
Whoa, don't hurt yourself.
And just
They're
sort of
supposed to come naturally.
nothing. I don't see nothing. Nothing. Well, not nothing. Shh.
Hmm. We could work on your dream abilities, but why don't you and I team up for a little bit and try to get out of here?
He flies really close up to you and goes, "Oh, not little while. No. Friends forever. Love tear." And it sort of rests its head on your shoulder.
I give I give Barf a pat on the head and back, and I go,
A
there.
little.
We can be friends forever."
So his skin's very, very gray. The hair is very like black and sort of slicked down. And it just is a little vaguely damp.
Oh, we'll get you cleaned up too. Don't worry.
With a bit of an odd smell to him.
Okay.
This is gonna be like rotten nickel.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a nauseating smell. I guess witchers don't really get nauseated by these things,
No,
but I
you
can
wouldn't, but
imagine.
like somebody else, you'd be like, "Oh, that might churn a stomach or two somewhere."
Okay. All right. Barf, do you know how long you've been here?
Here, where? Here with you.
Here in the silver place.
Spins around and goes, 150 seconds.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. Maybe. How long has it been? And he kind of starts to float and he kind of flips upside down. And you're not sure how it's doing that because it's using its wings to fly. And then it just goes, uh, it goes, I don't know. I was just born, man.
Hmm. Well, I just showed up here a couple of hours ago.
See, you're older than me.
Yeah, I am. But in the meantime, why don't we look around for some way to get out of here, and then we could do friend things together. Not here. Not a lot to do.
Friend. Tyr
Do
reached
I
out.
do I feel like any sort of magical like attachment to it? Like you said, it acts like find familiar, and I'm wondering like
Oh yeah,
does Tyr
you are magically tied to this creature. Wherever
so
you reached out to, you brought this creature here.
so can Tyr use the ability? Like, I guess I'm just wondering how do I not metagame it to be like, oh, I'd like to like look through its eyes, and see what it sees.
I think you innately like it's an ability you have. I think you innately sense how those things work. I'm not gonna. It's a little metagamey, but like I'm also not gonna stop you from using a new ability until you quote
Okay.
unquote figure it out. Like yeah.
So in that case, I'm gonna try to, I guess I wouldn't really cast find familiar because it's already here, but I will try to like look through its eyes and see if I can see anything
Okay,
or hear
you fly
anything.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it flies up and it's talking to itself this whole time, the
Mhm.
whole time. Not fully understanding. It doesn't seem that you can hear it.
Yeah.
But it is also talking to you as if you can hear it. You're not really sure. Um, but it flies up, so you are now currently blind and deaf on the ground.
Yep.
Seeing through its eyes, you see a vast maze of silver in this domed room. Like, vast.
Mhm.
You see that the dome seems to go on forever. It's like one of those, like, this room feels very strange. The proportions aren't right. Something like you can see the dome and the top of the dome and even where the dome curves down, but then when you look at the maze it seems endless, which is impossible because you see the edges of the room, and it kind of you do actually start to get a bit of a headache just by
Okay.
just looking at it. The whole time oh, maze, silver, maze. Dear friend, Tyr brought us here. We're just born. Tyr brought us here. We're just born. Dear friend, Tyr daddy. You're just listening to it chatter away to itself.
Yeah. Okay. Do I see any sort of like any heading on where to go? Or I mean, I guess I wouldn't understand where I've come from.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is you looking at it, you do see there are plumes of smoke, the colors. You're not sure what they are. You see maybe a building, maybe a tower, but the problem is through its eyes it hurts its eyes to look at it, and it
Yeah,
hurts
right.
your eyes to look at it, and it hurts its mind, so you can't hold anything for very long while you're looking at the maze. It's almost make a witcher check.
Mm, mm, mm.
Damn, 25. Yeah, no, there's definitely something magical here preventing you from doing exactly what you're doing. There is some sort of something preventing you from being able to mark this place and like gain bearings.
Okay. I'm gonna recall Barf, um, and say to Barf, "All right, Barf, you can either take a rest or you can fly next to me. We're just gonna continue walking until we maybe find something, or we take a rest."
Okay, Dad. And just sits
Hmm.
on your shoulder.
And yeah, I'm gonna continue. Have I told him what I'm looking for? I mean, I'm looking for a way out, but he doesn't even know where we are. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Barf, you know how to get out of here?
No, I was
He-
only just born, Dad. Oh my god, you don't listen to me at all.
Oh my god, am I getting angsty teenager barf now? Is he aging so rapidly?
I don't think there is a
Just
single
potion.
barf.
Fair. All right,
There
barf.
are
If you
always
don't know where to go,
moments.
Yeah, when you, I'll give you this. When you touched Barf's mind to like do the find familiar thing, its
Mhm.
brain is almost fractured like a kaleidoscope.
okay, that makes sense. I imagined that it was going to be there would be multiple barfs, but only one physical barf. I guess I'll just continue walking around.
Okay, so you're just following the circle, the outside circle.
Yeah.
Okay, and you do see that this, from what you can gather, you are on the outermost ring, and it look potentially it goes in a complete circle around.
Mhm.
Whereas and you see these sort of spokes off every regular interval, and then at irregular intervals on your left, they just go off and branch off like spider webs.
Okay. I'll continue down the. Well, actually, barf. I think it's time for a rest. I'm going to sit down in the middle of the hallway. I'm going to meditate.
Okay, so you have a seat, and so you go for a long rest or a short
Yeah.
rest.
It's going to be a long rest. I don't assume I'm going to get out of here anytime soon, so I'll take my time.
Okay, so taking a long rest just here in the middle of the hall, you do get a sense of I'll give you this. It is dreamless, but you realize something's wrong. You don't. You get partway through because your short rest is only 4 hours.
Yep.
So you get through your short rest
Mhm.
and you don't feel any different. And you feel detached somehow.
Mhm. Can I try to like shake that feeling off? I guess not because I'm just in a whole bunch of nothing. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna use that. Uh, Tier now knows that something happened with the Slayer of the Stillborn Divine. I'm gonna try to use that again.
Okay. Um, you now its range increases if you
Mhm.
use a D8 over a D6. 7. Okay. How many hit points did you have left in the real world?
Oh, two. Whoops. That you know what? Dice rolled already.
Um, you suddenly in the real world. Oh God, no one's here, other than
I haven't
Harold.
I haven't left yet.
You hadn't left yet.
And Harold was
Okay.
healing.
Yeah. So you as you all are sitting there, Tyr just goes, ah, just this deep sigh, and then is very still.
I check him for a pulse.
Nothing. Tyr,
Fuck.
roll a death saving throw.
Harold, give him the paddles.
That's a
Harold will give
failure.
him. Yeah, that's a failure. But it's all right because Harold just goes. Poof. I don't know how many Harold has. Harold's going to give you a 1. So 1 HP here in the real world. And also heal 1 HP, please. In the dream
I'm
world.
in the
No,
dream world.
no,
Okay.
not in the dream world. Wrong. No, that wouldn't work. Never mind.
Uh,
I got
uh,
confused on my own lore there for a second.
T.
You're good.
The Herald has 30 HP in lay on hands to give out each day.
Okay, so we'll give you 10.
So that made me 11 because I was stabilized at 1.
You didn't stabilize, you failed to save.
Yeah, but I thought that was the
Yeah, you failed to
that was
save,
the
and then you got 10 hit points in the real world.
oh, okay.
So you're not dying anymore.
Right. Okay.
Freya turns to Harold and it's like, do you know why that happened?
No, I do not.
I punch him in the shoulder. Tyr, not Harold.
I figured.
Hmm.
Harold goes, yes.
Yeah.
Punches you back. Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Egg, where are you? It's just.
All right. Well, I guess I'll. Well, I don't want to leave him here with just the Herald to watch him.
Yusin is also here.
Who is?
Jusin, Harold's sidekick.
Right.
One of Harold's sidekicks. Who is, as far as you're aware, just a soldier. Like, just a normal fighter.
Freya will turn to Doosan and be like, if that should happen again, Harold should stay with him, but come find me in town. Uh,
Of
it'll
course, sir. Of course, ma'am.
gives a nod. I'll be presumably relatively easy to find. But
Oh? He just kind of looks at you like, will you be?
I have no way to like give him something to find me or anything. I don't have
Not really.
I don't have any walker teeth or whatever.
No, Walker hasn't handed out any
Yeah.
teeth or nails or anything lately.
Well, what weapons does Doosan have?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me check. Hubert, Luis, Juice, a fucking lance.
Hmm. Okay, so it's not like a shoot in the air situation.
No, but he is. I'll give you this. He is the follower of equivalent of a paladin. So he does have a little bit of magic.
Does he have message?
No.
Does he have what else can be used to?
He's got his lance. He can cast lesser restoration. He's got the mage slayer feat.
Just like
Full plate.
you know what? You'll figure it out. I believe in you.
Of course, ma'am. As you say.
As I say, and Freya walks out, gives another look at Tyr, and leaves. Is going to check on Ismark and Irina.
They are just coming out. Irina is dressed as well as she can. She does not have any dress clothes with her at all. So she is in. If you remember, her armor is fairly ornate. So she is just in her armor, as is Ismark. But Ismark wears sort of leathers that he kind of wears all the time anyway. So he's not all that terribly dressed up in comparison. But she walks out and she goes, "How is Tyr?"
Still, well, he did die a little bit, but he's seems to be stable. They're going to
That's
keep
good
an
at
eye on
least.
him.
I do hope we find something to help him soon.
I'm keeping an eye out, and if you see anyone while you're out and about by this description, and she will give um, the Van Richten's disguise. Let me know. I
Of
think.
course.
I think.
Would you care
Yes.
to join us?
Yes, of course.
Good. And she sort of takes your arm in hers. And she goes, I do love my brother, but sometimes him being the only person I talk to can be a bit much." And behind you, he goes, "I heard that. I can hear you. I'm right here." She goes, "I know, dear." As you start walking out. So before I flip back, because I want to do one more thing with Tyr. Does anybody else want to do anything? Grog? I'm going to just cycle through people real quick.
I'm good.
Okay. And we'll do more carnival-y type stuff. Don't worry, Grog. Grog, there are all kinds of games here for you to win prizes.
I figured.
And they're all slightly macabre, so... how about you, Karth?
Has Freya left to join the celebration, or is she not doing that anymore?
We're leaving right now.
They're leaving just now.
Um, hmm. When Freya gets to starts to enter the square, I would like to take a bit of kobold. I'm actually going to start calling it kobold damp instead of dank because it's like wet moss. A bit of damp and tie it to an arrow and then shoot the arrow into the dirt in front of Freya with a little note that says "Have a good time," signed Karth. P.S. I lied, I can read.
What? Say it again?
There's a little note that says "Have a good time," signed Karth. P.S. I lied, I can read.
So now we're lying to each other about being able to read or not.
P.P.S. I'm sorry I lied. It's an instinctual habit.
And you gave me this moss thing?
Kobold damp. It's psychoactive moss. It gets you high as fuck.
Irina just looks over at you and goes, What is it?
This is drugs.
It's just
Well, I
We're
certainly wouldn't know anything about that. And then you hear a snort from behind you. As Ismark kind of wanders around to the front and goes, "Of course not, dear sister. Nothing at all."
Looks blankly between the two of them. We're not doing these drugs. That's all we need is something to go sideways during this thing, and we're high as fuck. Especially if one of us gets abducted or something. That would be terrible. I'm going
That
to
would be.
I'm going to dispose of this.
And she, Irina, sort of squeezes your arm a bit, and she goes, "Don't you fret, Freya. I won't let anyone take you."
Yes, that's very kind of you.
That's definitely what Freya meant. That's
Mm.
But also, don't just dispose of them. There's a limited amount of cobalt damp on this planet, or in this demi plane. If you're not gonna
You're
take it,
not
just
here. This is what you get for randomly giving drugs to people. Sometimes
oh
they
my
would throw it out.
Yeah, you should
fucking
be more careful with where you put your drugs.
Okay. And so then you kind of drift off there. Walker,
Yes.
are you doing anything? Or are you still on mission?
How's my mission going?
Not well.
Excellent.
In either direction. You're not getting him to break it all, but you're also like he's not angry, but he's also not giving in either. Like you haven't. He is just the same sour individual with that awful grin, that awful fake grin.
At some point, when they're turning around the end of like one of the streets or whatever, she be like, if I asked you what was eating you, would there be any point in that?
He just stares at you.
Because I could guess, but I feel like you wouldn't like 20 questions. I feel like you wouldn't like my guess either.
He just walks away a distance to go very blandly stare at a different stall. The person behind the stall is terrified of him. And in fact, something you've noticed throughout the day is everyone is fucking terrified of him. Actually, go roll an insight check.
Oh my god. Can I have the advantage for being with him all fucking day?
No. You will notice that the townsfolk are outwardly scared of him. You do occasionally see some nobility breeze through, or some of the town's more rich people. They don't seem to pay him any mind, and if they do, it's behind his back, where they also seem to be a little bit afraid of him. The only people you see him interact with that don't, at the very least, show outward fear are the guard, the people who work for him.
Nobody knows you here, do they? You spend all your time in this town. 90% of the people here haven't a fucking clue who you are as a person.
What do you want me to say?
We're just talking. We're stuck together all fucking day, buddy. And you, I'm pretty sure, have been trying to keep an eye on us since we came to town. Clearly, you're not talking to anyone else here. And once I'm done with this shit, we're going to breeze out of town. So you could. This is maybe your one opportunity to actually talk to someone who's going to treat you like a person.
The moment you leave town cannot come soon enough.
Oh,
I
buddy.
like my privacy.
Oh, buddy, that's almost enough to make me want to stay. And as she says it, she like elbows him very slightly because she is kidding, but also she's getting very bored of this fucking stick that's entirely rammed up his ass.
And he just continues to follow you.
We'll give it another 5, 10, 20 minutes, and then she's like, So I have a theory. My theory is you are way, way more of a person than you want these people to know. Because no one would choose to be looked at the way that you do unless they felt safer doing it or it was actively doing something. But let's be clear, this is not a town that's about to fucking uprise to anything. So it's not that you need them to be afraid of you so they do what you want. They do what you want anyway. So it makes you feel safer. And she picks up a little carved bird and is like, oh, look, a sparrow.
He just sort of deeply sighs and just mutters something to himself. You fucking clerics.
Another like 30, 40 minutes. And she's like, now, it would be an easy thing to say it was something to do with your arm because that feels like the obvious answer, but it's deeper than that. Because if it was just a part of you, but you don't hide that away, you show it off. You're proud of it. Not proud of it, but adamantly, you don't want anyone to know that you're ashamed, no matter what you feel about it. So you're using it to hold yourself apart from the other people that are here. And that again, that says to me something about like a vulnerability or like a concern. So essentially what I'm wondering as like a question that will get me to shut up for minimum 30 minutes. Are you originally from here?
Roll a persuasion check.
That's not my stat. Can I roll something now? 19.
I was born in Vallaki. Is that enough?
Solid 30 minutes, as I promised. And she waits 30 minutes on the dot.
Okay, well we'll jump away.
Thank
And
you.
we're gonna if everybody's has done everything they want to do, at least for the moment, we're gonna continue the festival next time. Don't worry if you want to do something, you'll have time next time. But I just want to make sure we get this last bit with Tira in today. We good to move on? Just double checking. Okay, cool. So, Tyr,
Yep.
you've been walking for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
You tried to rest. It didn't seem to do much. And you are starting to get very tired.
Yeah.
You have not gained a point of exhaustion yet. You are, however, very close to one. Let's put it that
Okay.
way. And your little buddy has been jabbering away, mostly nonsensically, but will answer questions if directly asked. Though
Mhm.
most of the answers have been, I don't know, I was just born. You know what I mean? So, turns to you. In the last hour, you're not sure, time is a bit relative anymore, but the last little bit has been asking, trying on different monikers for you. And has tried, uh, daddy, dad, papa, father. It seems to really like papa right now, but then that changed really quickly. It suddenly hated it and was just calling you father in that very particular voice.
Yeah.
Sometimes goes back to calling you friend and Tyr. Once or twice has called you mommy. Um, but like it is just trying to figure out its connection to you and what that is to it. And it's just been doing this
Okay.
stream of conscious out loud the entire time.
I'm going to say you can call me whatever you want. It does not matter to me.
Okay, whatever you want.
That was my joke. You stepped on it. Hey, whatever you want. I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Why are we here?
I I don't know why we're here. I fell asleep. I looked into a hole that was calling to me. I fell in. I woke up here.
Can holes speak?
Can holes speak?
Well, you said
This
it
one did
called
not.
to you.
This one didn't. It wasn't a speak. It wasn't a. It wasn't a. It wasn't talking to me, but there was a certain thrall to it. Do you know what thrall means?
It thinks for a minute. No, I don't think so.
It's as if I looked at you and you could tell that I was possibly annoyed with you, happy with you, sad with you, without saying anything. Saying anything.
You're
That would be
annoyed
like a
with
thrall.
me, and it
No, I'm not annoyed with you. No.
starts bawling and crying. And as it cries, it is like a black sludge that comes out of its tear ducts.
Oh no, it's okay. And then like I grab him and I put him on my shoulder and pat him on the back. No, I'm not annoyed with you in the least bit.
Oh, okay. Then why did you say that? Shh. It's okay. It's okay.
I am annoyed with the situation, Barf. I don't know how I ended up here, except for falling into a dream hole.
Am I
Why am I
annoyed?
here?
Am I annoyed
What's
at the
that?
situation?
Are you annoyed at the situation?
Am I?
Well, annoyance is feeling, huh, I never thought I'd have to explain feelings. I don't think you are. You don't seem like you're annoyed.
Should
Wanting
I be?
to. No, you don't have to be.
What if I want to be?
You can be annoyed if you would like to. Everyone's entitled to feel what they feel.
Okay. Fuck you, situation. Fuck you. And it gives the finger to the walls around you.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I give the fingers to the wall too, and I go, "Fuck you, situation.
Fuck you,
You suck."
situation. You fucking suck.
And I also fucking hate Strahd for probably putting me here.
What's a Strahd?
Strahd is the well, where I came from, not where I came from before all this, but where I came from before when I went to sleep. There is a bad man named Strahd who is the ruler, the de facto ruler of uh, where I was, Bavaria. He's bad. He is not a good man.
Bavaria?
Nope, that's canon. Fuck it, keep it in.
Whatever. Whatever, wherever I am. I was sorry, I was eating chips and trying to do both at once.
What do you think got you here, though? Did he send you?
I think he might have something to do with it.
Wow. What
It was
kind
either that or that god baby I killed before this.
A what now?
You know, a god baby. The stillborn, if you will. The stillborn divine.
Stand by.
What was that?
They said standby.
He was rolling a check.
Mm.
Oh,
What, did I hurt you?
that asshole was here.
He was here. Well, not here, but here in the general sense of things.
Where did he go?
Well, if I was a betting man, One of the circles of hell, probably. After I killed him.
You you killed you killed him?
And Tyr shows the tattoo again. And he goes, "Yep, that's where I got this from."
That makes more sense.
I assume it's some sort of eternal punishment for killing the stillborn divine, but I'm not quite sure yet.
You think I'm punishment? And he starts crying again.
I didn't mean to punishment him. He attacked me in my
Oh no,
my.
no. He said you think I'm a punishment because
Oh, you think I'm a punishment? Oh,
and so he starts crying. Yeah.
he Tyr grabs him again and puts him on his shoulder. You go, "No, you seem like a blessing."
Oh, if you say so. That was my brother you killed, you see.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Why? Why? What makes him so bad?
We're twins, you see. Twins, triplets, quadruplets, quintuplets. There were 35 million of us. What do you mean? Shut up. There was quite a few. And we were all trying to be born. Trying. And he reached out, he reached in, and pop! Something went pop. Something went pop.
Okay. What? Something went pop when you when you showed up before right before you showed up.
Oh, no. Yes and no. Time is, time. It's made up.
Hmm. So you both were born, and you are both born and unborn at the same time.
Oh, never born. No, never born. No. Never born, never born, never born. No, not me, not him.
Hmm. You seem very real to me.
Oh, real. We're very real. I'm real. Do you think I'm not real?
No.
I'm real. He's real, just not born. Sometimes you die before you're born, just like him. It happens.
Hmm. So
Sometimes you're
we're
born before you die, and sometimes it gets really circly.
really circly. And what do you do to
Born,
break that cycle?
dying, same thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is.
What were we talking about?
How do we break that circle?
Which one?
Being born and dying in the circle of life and death and being born and not born
Do I look
because
like a
it's
fucking philosopher to you?
hmm,
How would I know? I'm a baby. Oh,
Pier's head is spinning. He has no idea what to do.
well, I can tell you this. That mark on your back called to me. And if that mark showed up when you killed him,
It did.
well, this isn't us. Or him, or me, or mom. Don't know dad. Could be one of the others, but I doubt it. Most of us died. All of us died? Maybe. None of us died. But we did. Not us. This isn't us. No, 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 no.
I don't have to kill you, do I?
Why would you want to do that?
Well, I guess I'm more trying to figure out how to get out of here. And I got the tattoo when I killed your brother,
Uh-huh.
but I don't want to kill you. You are my friend. I have a sort of love for you in a way.
Listen, Dad. I don't think you're getting it. No, I don't think he's understanding. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. What do you think? Shut up.
I don't think
Dad,
I am either.
Dad, listen, 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 listen. Listen to me, Dad. This ain't us. Got nothing to do with us. We don't do silver.
You don't do silver.
Make an insight check. I'll put you out of your misery here.
What the fuck? Inside. Okay, thank God. This is one of my good ones.
So let's see here. Oh, technically, let's see here. Technically, that's a 15 because remember you subtract 3 from all your insight checks. You've got that drained.
That's true.
Yeah, that still passes though. Um, just, but it passes.
Yep.
You get the sense they're trying to tell you that the tattoo and them, they are intrinsically related to the tattoo. They are deeply connected to the tattoo, the creature that you killed, everything. Your current circumstance, though, the dreams, the silver you're in, the
Yeah.
maze, nothing to do with them.
Mm,
Unrelated to the tattoo and the baby.
right.
Unborn. Unbaby? The unbaby.
Okay. Not related to you. Got it. Hmm. Then it has to be. Then it has to be Strahd. I can't think of anyone else that would be her trying to trap me or hurt me.
Hey, Dad, I got a question.
Mhm.
Where's the rest of you?
Where's the rest of me?
Yeah, where's the rest of you? There's only half of you here. I don't like that one. I'm not going to do that one again. But yeah, there's only about half of you here.
Well, my sister is out out in the outside world, and I'm here. My twin.
No, 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 no. Not a sibling. No, no, no. We know siblings. We got a lot of them. You killed one. No, I mean, you. Only half of you is here. The other half somewhere else. You want me to go see?
Sure. I would love for you to go see and cast the find familiar.
Okay. In the material plane, in the land of Barovia, we cut to the room where Tyr's body is. And there is a faint pop as Jusin and the Herald jump and turn to see what's happening. And for a brief second, something flickered above Tyr and then vanished. And then Tyr, for you, you're not sure how long you're alone. It feels both like a matter of seconds and an eternity. Because time in here is starting to get real wibbly. And suddenly, Barf just pops back in front of you and goes, well, that was rude. I can't leave.
You can't leave?
Well, not like that.
Okay.
Fuck
Sorry.
this place. Fuck you, situation. Fuck
He does the middle fingers in the fuck you situation too, again. But he goes, sorry, I'm still learning how to work with you.
Okay. It's okay. You didn't mean it.
That's where my other hand goes.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
And at this point, Tyr.
Mhm.
But as the two of you are talking and just sort of walking, are you stopped? Are you
Oh no,
walking?
Tyr was gonna go like, oh, I don't know what I want to do. I guess I'll just keep walking.
Okay, so as you're walking, somewhere in the depths of this maze, you hear. So again, it's that moment of, did I hear that, or is my brain playing tricks on me?
Yeah.
What sounds like almost an animalistic bellow, but it sounds hollow and almost mechanical. And that is where we will end it for tonight.
Cool.
It's the Cog Boys crossover episode.
The Satan shows up. It's like, you're not supposed to be here.
And Tyr's like, I have a silver sword, and it goes, last time I went up against a bunch of idiots with like low tier weapons, that did not end well for me. Go in peace, brother. And it leaves.
I would just like to point out, canonically speaking, it could take entire Necron fleets to beat a Catan, but Big E did in fact whoop exactly the Catan y'all fought with just a regular sword. So like Catan have a weird.
The God Emperor is the most powerful psychic that has or will ever have lived. He does have a leg up on Yara.
No, I'm just saying, like, realistically speaking, I think Tyr has a better chance of winning against the Catan than any Dark Heresy character would.
Because they have a sword?
Because Tyr has a sword, and the Catan's weakness seems to consistently be idiots with bad weapons.
Hey.
Has a sword.
Yeah, I had one of those. I couldn't
won.
with it because he was.
Harley's not far off the map with the idiot.
What?
What?
I was gonna say Harley's not far off the map with the idiot comment. I do have an intelligence of 0.
You're having a 10 in intelligence is, I think, meant to be like an average, like everyday person. Like if you grab a random D&D peasant and go, "What are your stats?" They'll go 10s and everything, 10s and everything. And you go, "That's what I thought," and then you like keep walking.
It would actually be 10s in everything, and then a 12 in whatever stat they use for their day job is.
Aww.
Damn.
Survival.
Survival.
Not historically. D&D peasants are not good at surviving.
I don't know if we have ever run into a dead peasant outside of that one game where it was like 2 werewolves at the start for some reason.
I mean, we're in Barovia right now. We can't walk 10 feet.
Yeah, apart from the
The
one couple guy,
Barovia,
but
and
he
Bavaria.
wasn't a peasant.
Bavaria.
He had a lot of money, and
No,
also we
No,
murdered
listen,
him.
all I'm saying is that we're in Barovia, so technically speaking, we can't talk to anyone without talking to a peasant who's died before. They just get better because it's an infinitely recycling demiplane that is also kind of a punishment.
I mean, technically, yeah, but they don't know that. I mean, I'm sure they know of that, but they're not walking around like, I don't know. I felt like Death Number 3 didn't have any panache. What do you
Barovia.
think?
I'm gonna leave this thought to you guys, and I'm gonna go bed.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm
Good
gonna
night.
go to bed. Goodbye, recording, and good night, everybody.
Bye, recording.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Lots of
Bye.
fun.
Robert.
Oh my god.
Yeah.